Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call hello Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash, and of course, once again, double honors. I go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who deserve double honors and who rule well. Salutations also to the fellow Akim out there on the highways and byways, pushing this truth with all honesty and sincerity across the four corners of the earth, trying to wake up the remaining hopeful elect. This is now among the DC camp, and as you can see, this is the time that we're in. The White House, and again, what do you expect? All right, like I say, sometimes you have to consider the source. Where's all this bullshit coming from in the first place? All right, these are the wicked that we're dealing with. These countries now are like, you know what? They're rejecting this wicked ass philosophy, this doctrine, this wine. All right, that the Bible speaks of. All right, that's gone on out in the form of democracy. All right, people are sick of it. So in this particular instance, we have Uganda now. They voted to ban homosexuality and LGBTQ completely. We're tired of this shit. We're going to nip it in the bud. That's why those scriptures, all right, are in the Bible. These are these wisdoms. But you have someone come along. Well, my intellect is such that we don't have to adhere to the ancient scriptures anymore in those ways. My way is better. Yet, under his stewardship, look at the earth, both physically and, spiritually and morally. Look at it. So what Uganda did, and there's a few other countries that are following suit, like Kenya. Everybody knows about Zimbabwe, especially under, what was his name? He's passed away now. It'll come to me. Damn it. But they hated him. Anyway, it says White House melts down. White House meltdown. Threatens sanctions over Uganda. Fuck your sanctions. All right. See, this lets you know that this, what is that organization? The monetary fund. All right. All this shit is done to keep people, keep them pigeonholed in bondage in a way that if you don't do what I tell you to do, you're going to be punished. It's like people can't see through that. Here's something as simple as people not wanting, all right, to have anything to do with this philosophy because it's poison. No, this is not our customs. And simply for saying that, you got, or it could be that countries that don't have a central bank, Federal Reserve type shit, Now they're demonized, all this shit. Because the wicked, the so-called white man who are the nation of Edom, that's their biblical nationality. And we're telling you this because this is something that, they reclassified all the nations. And this is something that they were able to get, as a result, were able to get away from. No, there are 18, still, I should say, only 18 nationalities. That's it. All this other shit is confusion. That's why you have to go by who your father is. All this mitochondrial bullshit going by the woman. No, that's when he comes with his science and shit. And that's just what it is, shit, And again, because of my intellect, all that shit, people fall in for it, But now, a lot of them are saying, no, wait a minute, no, we didn't have all this, in times past. Those people that gave up their customs, like I said on the last video, their traditions, to follow this idiot, this so-called white man, and now look at all the problems they're having. So you got you know, these Ugandans. No, again, this is why these things are in the scriptures. Nip it in the bud so it doesn't grow, it doesn't fester. All right, like any other type of infection. All right, and that's just what this is. And it's been allowed, you know, to prosper, and now it's oh, wow. So they're saying, no, fuck this. So let's listen to it. Just as Kenya said also. Did you see that? Let's see if I can go back so you can read that, what I just saw here. Hold on. I think I went back too far. Let's see. A person commits the offense of homosexuality if the person holds out as a lesbian, gay, transgender, a queer, or any other sexual or gender identity that is contrary to the binary categories of male and female. There's only two. That's it. Genesis 1st chapter verses 26 and 27. Genesis 5th chapter verse 2. Matthew chapter 19 verse 4. All right. That's it. You got your X and Y chromosomes, which the male has. All right, because that's proof right there that the male pushes forth. All right. You know, the descendants come from the male because he has both. Right. And then you have XX, which is female. That's only it. There's no XXW, XXD, XYZ, whatever. All right. So even in their science, it backs it up. But people have been fooled. Why? Because this philosophy that has been allowed to take hold in the world. All right. And it's really ridiculous. It's stupid. All right. But again, in the early 70s, what did they do? That's what these devils, you have to understand, this ultimately comes from the Talmud. Yes, it's those people that are doing this. And you let them get away because you think, and I can't say it more strongly, you think, you allowed yourself to believe this lie that they are the children of the Most High when they are not. They are the absolute opposite. Again, this is prophecy. All right? It was foretold, it was prophecy that they would do what they're doing, that they would, and you don't believe me? That a people would do this. Let's go to Ezekiel. All right? 36. The mountains of Israel to be blessed also. Yeah. All right. This is talking about the nation of Edom. All right. It says, also thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, the governments, and say, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Most High Yahweh. Thus saith the Most High Yahweh, because the enemy hath said against you, aha, even thy ancient high places are ours in our possession. Think about the Balfour Declaration, that letter that was sent to Sir Walter Rothschild. Read it. In fact, let me see if I can pull it up right now. Let's see. Balfour. Whoops. How did I get there? Oh, there it is. Okay. Close enough. Let's see. Come on, come on, come on. I just want... Here we go. All right. Letter written. History. History.com. Let's say on November 2nd, 1917, Foreign Secretary Arthur James Balfour writes an important letter to Britain's most illustrious Jewish citizen, Baron Lionel Walter Rothschild, expressing the British government's support for a Jewish homeland in Palestine. Now, we know this to be bullshit because what other places did they consider? What are we talking about? Uganda happened to be one of those places. But they said, nah, there's too many of them there. So where did they go to next? Madagascar. We'll choose that. So, wait a minute. Didn't you always know, as you proclaimed that you were the Jews, that you never lost your identity, which is bullshit because that's against the scriptures. These people are Talmudists. And you, and I'm talking about you so-called Christians in particular, you allow these devils to get away with it because of, by and large, so-called white supremacy. So this gives you the story, but I want to read the letter. This is a good, I'm going to save this. This is good, but I want to, this thing is slowing up now. I want to read the actual letter itself. All right, Balfour Declaration. Yeah, let's see. Jewish Virtual Library. These people are so full of shit. All right, here it goes. Listen to the wording here. Remember, I just read you Ezekiel 36th chapter. Let's read it again. Verse 2. Thus saith the Most High Yahweh, because the enemy have said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession. All right, therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Most High Yahweh, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen, and ye are taken up in the lips of talkers and are an infamy of the people. All right, and it goes on to say, therefore ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Most High Yahweh. Thus saith the Most High Yahweh to the mountains and to the hills, to the rivers and to the valleys, to the desolate waste, and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and derision, because they talk much shit. All right, to the residue of the heathen that are round about. And a lot of them are aware of the scheme that's going on, and they know who the real Israelites are. All right. Here's the point, verse 5. Therefore, thus saith the Most High Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which is just a Greek way of saying Edom, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. Now, I'm going to read you this Balfour Declaration. Keep that in mind, verse 5. With joy. This is Foreign Office, November 2nd, 1917. It took another 31 years for this to go into effect. Dear Lord Rothschild, I have much pleasure in conveying to you on behalf of His Majesty's government the following declaration of sympathy with the Jewish Zionists. They even put Zionists in there. Aspirations which has been submitted to and approved by the cabinet. His Majesty's government view with favor the establishment in Palestine of a national home for the Jewish people. Remember, I just told you, this was not the first option. It was Uganda and Madagascar. All right? And will use their best endeavors to facilitate the achievement of this object, it being clearly understood that nothing shall be done which may prejudice the civil and religious rights of existing non-Jewish communities in Palestine or the rights and political status enjoyed by Jews in any other country. I should be grateful if you would bring this declaration to the knowledge of the Zionist Federation. Yours, Arthur James Balfour. 31 years later, when it was declared an official state, skirmishes broke out that same night because those people over there, as would be said just a few short years by the Egyptian president then, Gamal Abdul, what was his last name? I mean, he's still beloved over there, even though he's been dead 53 years now. But he came out and told you, Sadat succeeded him. But he told you, he said, you left black and you came back white. What's up with that? All right. It's amazing. But this is our punishment, continuing on. It's not. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Yep. Almond poor. See? Some wicked ass shit. Oh, but that's exactly. If you're not, of course, following the Talmud, let's let's attack that real quick. This is Leviticus, all right, 20. In fact, let's go to 18. All right. This is Leviticus 18 and 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is abomination. Let's go into that word. Thou shalt not lie with mankind. All right. As soon as it pulls up here, I don't know what's going on here. Let's try again. Salaki, I have, let's see, translation. That's not even working. What the hell? There we go. All right. Mankind. That's Strong's H2145. All right. What the hell? Come on now. That's a car. I'm trying to put. It's a car. All right. It says male. All right. So just simplify it. Just leave off the kind. Thou shalt not sleep with a male as I do with a woman. All right. All right. So let's go and read this again. All right. Thou shalt not lie with man as with woman. It is abomination. All right. They say, well, that doesn't mean. Sure it does. You just can't accept that. All right. Leviticus 20 and 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lies with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Meaning, that's their fault. That's their problem. All right. Now let's go to New Testament, because I know you're going to have some. I can hear the groans and, the crooked eyes. And all right. This is Romans 1. Now start at 21. It says, because that when they knew the Most High, they glorified him not as the Most High, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened, professing themselves to be wise. And that's definitely the so-called white man, who is of the nation of Edom. All right. Oh, my intellect. All right. My science. They became fools and changed the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image made like unto corruptible man, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. All right. Wherefore the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, and worshipped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause the Most High gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meet. All right. What did I say when I read? Well, I didn't say it, but when I read Leviticus 20 and 13, what was the last part of that? All right. In other words, it's on them. Let their blood be on. Let's go back. That's what that's talking about. Leviticus 20, 13. Let's read the last one. If a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. It's not hard, people. All right, and there's a couple other scriptures in the New Testament, all right, talking about Catamites. That goes back to Deuteronomy, talking about the temple prostitutes, both male and female. All right. I believe it's 23 and 17. In fact, I don't want to guess. Let's just go to it. All right. Persons excluded from the assembly. All right. Yeah. There shall be no whore of the daughter of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. All right. So, yeah, that goes into, temple prostitutes and all that, But in general, yeah, So, people are getting tired of this. This is that Western influence that he's going into. I'm going to stop it right there. I'll put the link, of course, and you can watch the rest of it. But, they're going to put her stupid ass up there. And she's from Haiti, too. All right. So, she's more likely a Levite. Go figure. Anyway, so, yeah, with that, hey, once again, White House meltdown threatens sanctions over Uganda voting to ban homosexuality and LGBTQ completely. That's their fucking business. You don't have to go there. See, this is why people are so, this shit is going to come to an head. This is leading up to where it talks about in Revelation 17 chapter, I believe verse 16, about them hating the whore and going to burn her with fire. What do you think that's talking about? Whole lot of missiles going to come over here to this bitch. All right. As an example of what and how not to be, just as ancient Sodom and Gomorrah and the other 3 cities, because it was 5 in total. All right. So with that, hey, I hope whoever views this as usual is edified, because that's what we do here at Great Millstone. We try to go in depth in the scriptures, all right, to explain what's going on in the world. All right. Let you know thereby by the prophecies how much little time there is. Hey, so with that, until the next video, hey, shalom.